Hey guys, it's Victoria and welcome back to FemmeHead. Today I kind of want to talk about an offshoot of minimalism, or it's something that minimalism has made me better at, and that is being a conscious consumer. And I know the idea of being a conscious consumer and like that phrase is very it's like a buzzword, buzz phrase, whatever that actual term is. It's just a popular phrase right now, and a lot of people are talking about being a conscious consumer, and that usually goes to like eco-friendly products, more sustainable products. Today I wanted to talk about what being a conscious consumer myself meant, what that means to me, and the benefits I see from it, in the hopes of sharing that with you and maybe inspiring you to become more of a conscious consumer. Minimalism and consuming stuff and all of that jazz is part of like a bigger journey for myself, which is educating myself about the things I buy, surround myself, places I go, people I spend my time with, basically what comes into contact with me, educating myself about that and making better decisions than I was before. So what does being a conscious consumer mean to me? It is different person to person. What I say might not be like the technical term of what it is or what you're supposed to do, and I may be missing things that you're supposed to do, but this is what it means to me, and that's what matters. So the first thing and the biggest thing is buying less stuff. Buying less stuff doesn't really go with like the idea of being a consumer and consumerism and all that stuff, but I think that's like the number one step you need to do, is just buying less stuff. This is the best thing you can do for yourself. You know, it's a big thing that goes along with minimalism, just like having less stuff in your life and all the benefits that come with that, which I've talked about plenty before, but that's step number one, just buy less crap, people. Going along with that one is also not buying things willy-nilly, having a plan, having a list, and this goes with like grocery shopping. I do not go to the grocery store without making a list beforehand, because you just buy things willy-nilly, because if you're wandering through the aisles, you're like, that looks good, that would taste good. It's not what you actually need. You end up wasting stuff or getting things that aren't healthy for you or weren't on your list, especially if you don't have a list. So make a plan, have a list. Those are things that I love. Next is researching my options. I probably waste too much time, and that is a privilege and a luxury I have, to spend the time researching what I am buying, the ingredients it's made out of, where it's coming from, who's selling it, all that fun stuff. So researching what I buy. Going along with all of that is I have a want list. I have a want list document on my computer. It's in my Evernote app, and anytime I go, I want that, I don't buy it, I put it in this list, and it lives there for a while. I do my job researching it, finding the exact perfect one from the perfect company, made out of the perfect materials that I want. And if I don't get to that point, I don't buy it yet. And it sits on that list for a couple weeks, if not multiple months. And oftentimes things sit on that list, and then I go through my list, or I go to like add something else, and I'll see something, I'm like, you know, I don't want that anymore, and I'll delete it off my list. And so it's a way for me to kind of like brain barf things I want without actually buying them. There's so many benefits to having a want list. The next thing, buying for longevity. You've probably heard of fast fashion by now, and if you haven't, Google it. This is a big thing I keep in my head when I go through the process of buying something. I always ask myself, is this something that is going to last me for years and years and years and years to come? And is this something that I'm going to want to continue to use or to wear for years and years and years to come? I don't want it just to be something that I get and I'm really excited for a couple weeks, and then I forget about in a couple months, and then I end up donating it or giving it away or getting rid of it. It's okay to make a mistake and get something that you think you're really excited about and then realize you're not and give it away, so you're not holding on to it. But I find that being conscious about trying to have these goals of buying for longevity, buying from companies I believe with, buying out of sustainable materials, all leads to me being so much more excited about the things I actually get. The next thing is educating yourself. I've kind of touched on this before, but making sure you're buying products that you agree with, made out of ingredients that you want being near your body or in your home, as well as from companies that you believe in and support. Next on the list is having those conversations. You are a walking billboard, and the things you talk about and consume and wear, people notice that. Oftentimes people are like, that's a really cute skirt, where'd you get that from? Or I love your mascara, where'd you get that from? And it's the perfect time to maybe introduce them to a company that they hadn't already thought of, or, you know, to the concept of the fact that 99% of your clothing is thrifted, and how there's great things that are gently and lovingly used, and you don't need to buy brand new every single time. And the final thing I can think about right now of what being a conscious consumer means to me is buying less plastic, creating less waste, and just in general less like packaging. Ways in which I can find reusable options, things that aren't like wrapped in stuff that directly go into the trash. And this is something that I'm not perfect on, and I wish I was like so much better at, but I am aware of and conscious of this goal to create less crap that goes back out into the world. And yeah, just packaging and plastic and waste is part of that. There are so many benefits to this, but I'll keep it to 3. First one, you save so much money when you don't buy a lot of crap. And even if you're buying nicer, more expensive things from a sustainable company, and you're spending more money than you normally would from something, say from Forever 21, that piece is going to last you so much longer, because things from cheap stores break down really, really fast, and then you have to continuously repurchase and replace them. It's not good. The second thing that I've touched on already is you end up with things that you actually like and love, and it's not just stuff that you're like meh about. You're like, I'm so excited to wear this, I can't wait to wear this, I can't wait to eat this, I can't wait to use this, and you're just like so jazzed about all your things by taking the time to put it onto a want list, to research what you're doing, to pick out the perfect one, even if it takes months and months and months. And finally, you are able to avoid getting sucked into like sales and discounts. While this is a great place to buy things that you're actually looking for and actually want, I don't go, oh my god, Kohl's is having a sales this weekend, I gotta go and buy crap. I am released from that. And another thing is like being conscious about it. Like, even though I shop a lot at the thrift store, that is kind of dangerous in a way. And I used to be a person, I would go like once a week to the thrift store and just buy stuff because, hey, this was a couple of bucks here and a couple of bucks there, but it adds up really fast, and you end up with a closet full of stuff you don't wear because it's too much stuff that you can't wear. Being conscious about it has allowed me just to remove myself and to not end up with a bunch of stuff. The one thing I want to say about all of this and life in general is it is okay not to be perfect. You are not perfect, you're going to make mistakes, but that should not deter you from continuing on with whatever goal it is, whether that's trying to eat healthy, work out, buy less stuff, be a minimalist, blah, 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 blah. There's so many different things that this fits into. You're going to make mistakes, and I don't want you to go, crap, I did this, so therefore I can't continue doing this. That is what I have to say today. There's so much more that goes into this, and so much more beyond what I just talked about today, but this is kind of what being a conscious consumer means to me. It's just, you know, putting in the time and effort to really think about what I am bringing into my world, and I hope that I can put less crap back out into the world. Yeah, that's what I have to say. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to FemmeHead for more of me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!